Bueno, saludos a todos. Hoy, en el programa voy a hacer algo diferente a lo que he hecho en los otros 4 programas anteriores. Y bueno, pensé en hacer unas especies de primer contacto con algunos juegos que van saliendo durante la semana, durante el mes. No tenía pensado hacer esto todavía, pero bueno, este juego salió hoy, lo compré y quise probarlo. Es de aventura y está hecho por una empresa que se llama Infamous Quest. Ellos hicieron otro juego llamado igual y bueno, tienen mucha influencia de los juegos de aventura clásicos de Sierra, como se puede ver aquí. Y bueno, la idea de esto es que yo voy a jugar los primeros 30 minutos del juego. Y bueno, de allí, pues nada, hacer una primera impresión. Es difícil para mí hacer el review completo porque necesitaría terminar el juego para poder ser honesto con el mismo. Y entonces, bueno, a veces con el tiempo que me toma terminar algunos juegos no podría hacerlo a tiempo. Ya habrían salido muchos juegos o ya ha pasado un mes antes de que yo lo pueda terminar. Así que bueno, en este caso vamos a hablar de The Order of Thorne, The King's Challenge, que hasta donde entiendo va a ser una especie de saga que quieren hacer ellos. Este es no diría que es episódico, diría más bien que es diferentes historias quizá. Pero bueno, este es el primer juego, así que bueno, vamos a ver qué tal es. Vamos a comenzar con la intro.
Long ago, in the time before time began, the great realm of Uir prospered under the guardianship of the benevolent Order of Knights, who protected and guided the people of its many kingdoms. These knights were known as the Order of the Thorne. The price of peace is not so easily won. For where there is good, evil is not far behind.
Se toman su tiempo a veces para leer algunas de las líneas.
These are the stories of the Knights of the Order of the Thorne and their many adventures.
Ok, eso fue más lento de lo que era necesario. Pero la música está bastante bien, me recuerda mucho los 80. Ok, entonces puede adelantar, vamos a ver. No parece inicialmente que se pueda adelantar. No sé, nada. Ok, dirigida por Sean Mills. Ok, por cómo está la música pareciera que el juego va a empezar o va a cambiar de eso. Ok. Claramente está influenciado por Sierra, el estilo de animación y de dibujo. Exactamente ese.
Thank you, sir. It was written by my father. I keep all of his songs in my book of songs.
Oh, you play very well. What brings you to this crossroads, though?
I am on my way to the Fairy Kingdom to accept the King's Challenge.
Whoa, that's quite the undertaking, lad.
Yeah.
I know, it's not for the foolhardy, but I truly wish to participate.
Of course, lad. King Killearn's yearly challenge is a renowned contest of cunning and bravery. One never knows what the Fairy King has in mind for his challengers from year to year, but it is always a true contest of honor.
The truth is, I need inspiration. You see, I want to compose the greatest ballad ever written.
The King's Challenge would make a very fitting event to compose a song about, indeed.
I've always wanted to be a brave and good bard like my father. Now is my chance.
Who was your father?
His name was Donald of Galway. He was a bard, but also served in...
Ah, I knew your father. He served the Order of the Thorn well. I heard him sing once in Glen Morgana. His voice inspired the weary when we thought we couldn't go on.
Thank you, sir. You see, I want to honor his legacy and sacrifice.
Aye, I believe you will, son. Well, good luck to you,
Finn. I am Finn the Bard.
A well-met Finn. But I am off to pursue the duties of my cloak. Peace be with you, Finn.
You too, brother...
Owen. My name is Brother Owen. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. You as well.
Owen. Yo hubiera pronunciado eso Eowyn, supongo. El juego está en inglés claramente, no tiene traducción en español. 3 semanas después. Ok. Mi celular.
The day of the challenge had arrived.
Already está. Ok. Ok. Está esperando por un clic mío, parece.
Throngs of people came from all over Cran Naoim, the home of the fairy court, to discover what this year's challenge would be.
El juego anterior estaba basado en los Heroes Quest de cierre. No sé si este sigue la misma tónica o es más aventura. Vamos a ver.
All assembled in the throne room of the fairy court to hear what King Quilhairn had to say.
Welcome, challengers. I am pleased to see so many of you come forth. Once every 10 years, I issue a call for the best and brightest of my subjects. Today, the 7 of you have answered, and I am honored by your presence in my court. This year, I have created a challenge that, while quite simple in concept, should prove to be most taxing and adventurous for you.
Okay,
my wife,
lo que queremos.
Your queen, has volunteered to be hidden somewhere in this land until a champion can find her. She is hidden within the boundaries of our lands. From the path exiting the realm to the east, to the edge of the spider forest to the west. Within these vast and varied locales, she could be hidden anywhere. The prize for finding the queen is the same as it ever was. The champion will win the right to one wish from your king, whatever is within my power to grant, and the title of Champion of the Fairy Realm. This task will not be easy.
Okay.
But I have faith that one of you 7 brave challengers will find her. Now, if you please, let us make introductions. Tell me of yourself. I wish to know something of my challengers.
Okay.
Your Majesty, I am Gowan, Knight of the Kingdom of Stoneland. I am the bravest and most feared knight in my kingdom, and I have come to win this challenge, as is my destiny.
Welcome to the challenge, Sir Gowan.
Oh yes, absolutely, Majesty. They call me Chaka, and I'm from the fairy realm myself.
Okay.
And well,
Persona
I just thought it'd not be fun.
extraño.
I've always wanted to go on a quest.
Welcome, Chaka.
Pleased to meet you, Your Majesty. I'm Snowy, and this is my friend Red. We have dedicated our lives to helping other people.
Okay. ¿Ya tiene un amigo? ¿Está haciendo trampa?
The ideal task for us.
Oh yes, Your Majesty.
Tenemos a la chica bonita.
Fantastic.
It's a pleasure to have such fine ladies in this year's challenge. Welcome. I am Fowlin, Your Majesty, friend of the fairy realm and adventurer. I've heard of your exploits, friend Fowlin. You must tell me one day about your legendary defeat of the evil Lord Sinister. It is a story that I'd very much like to hear from you. I'd be honored to tell the tale, Your Majesty, although I must admit the versions of it I have heard told in taverns since have been somewhat exaggerated, sire. I'm sure. Tales are always better when they are true. Welcome to the challenge, Fowlin.
Okay, ¿cuándo es mi turno?
I am
Espera,
High Priest of the Kingdom of Rosette. I was sent by your brother, the King
anciano
of
con
Rosette,
ala?
to participate in this challenge.
My brother always sends his best. I am sure you are most welcome here.
I shall be the one to find your queen, Majesty, have no doubt.
Do not let pride stand in your way, Abdon. It is perhaps a fatal flaw in some. Nonetheless, I wish you my best.
Hello, Your Majesty.
Okay, aquí estoy yo.
And I only just arrived in this land. I am a bard. I travel and play songs for my lodgings and food.
Hello, Finn. A bard is always welcome in my realm. although I must say, most minstrels are better dressed.
I apologize for my attire, Your Majesty. I was waylaid on my journey by bandits, and I was only left with my traveling clothes.
Your attire isn't important, young bard. Honor your heart and spirit.
Ajá, y entonces para que lo critique.
Hearing you play once the challenge is over. Now, I wish to thank you all challengers. Before you leave, I shall offer you each a royal gold coin. This coin is your proof that you are a participant in the King's Challenge. It will not only imbue you with honor and allow you access to places in my kingdom that are often difficult to reach, but you will also be required to present it to the guards to re-enter the village of Cran Naom. Now, to my brave and bright seven, let the challenge begin.
Okay, son 10 minutos de presentación hasta ahora.
The game begins. Time to find the queen.
Okay. Vamos a ver qué logramos hacer. Okay, vamos a hacer un tutorial.
To solve this game, you'll need to explore the fairy kingdom, talking to the people and learning as much as you can about the queen. It's normal in this game to gather an eclectic collection of items in your inventory. Try using There is always a solution to any given puzzle, and there are no situations where you can get into an unwinnable position.
Okay, eso es bien, porque no me gustaba encierrar cuando eso ocurría, o sea que aquí nunca nos podemos trancar.
As you move your mouse around the screen, points of interest will be identified and their name with left-clicking the mouse will interact with those points. Otherwise, it will move Finn to the location clicked. Moving the mouse to the top of the screen will activate the inventory window and will also allow you to access the control panel and...
Okay. Tutorial corto y explicativo. Aquí tenemos a un Chucker.
Hello there. How's your search for the queen going?
Oh, that? No. I gave up already. It seemed like a lot of walking, and I'm more content to just stay in town here.
Oh, well, okay then.
Oh, I am! Dropping pebbles into the fountain is very...
Take care, Chucker.
Same to you, Mr. Bard.
Okay. Eso fue rápido. Este se rindió.
You don't need a drink at the moment. This fountain was commissioned by the Queen many years ago. It's quite beautiful.
Okay.
You are in the west part of Cran Naom, the fairy village. Citizens walk about, happy and content with their lives in this beautiful town. You note the library to the north and the general store to the west.
Library. Librería al norte y la tienda al oeste. Ajá. Okay, hay dos personajes.
This fairy is going about his daily business.
Okay. Sí.
You don't have time to engage.
Okay. Ahorita. Nada de hablar con nadie.
You really don't want to drink out of something birds have been...
Okay.
It's too heavy to... This statue is the famous The Sisterland Calls, a famous piece of sculpture known the world over. It's a bird bath.
Okay. So, vamos entonces a la librería. Parece que es lo único que me queda aquí. Ajá. Quiero decir que los gráficos me gustan bastante. Bueno, si está entre todo lo que es la parte retro de estos juegos. Lo único que es un poco complicado es que la verdad es que no hay manera de...
This book appears to be a history of the last great fairy war. Flipping through the pages of the book, you come to an interesting section. And in the last days of the war, the evil Lord Sinister gathered his armies of Vesparum and flew against the forces of good which were gathered at the foot of the Mirror Mountains.
Ah, I see you found my copy of the history of the Fairy Wars. Interesting stuff, no?
Yes, certainly. Although I've never heard of these Vesparum before. Who are they?
Ah, yes, the Vesparum. They're an abomination created by the evil Lord Sinister during the war. They're purely evil creatures, created for the sole purpose of doing Lord Sinister's bidding.
They sound nasty.
Oh, yes. There's accounts of them looking like angry wasps crossed with fairy folk. That Lord Sinister created them by infusing the blood of fairy with that of other creatures. Luckily, they've not been seen since the end of the Great War a century ago.
Okay, algo me dice que las vamos a ver. A ver si ahora en esta
You
primera
start to
hora.
move towards the nearest stack of books.
Nothing to see in those books. I'm working at shelving them again, but I never seem to find the time.
Can I help you with that job?
That's very kind of you, Finn, but I have a system, so it would be easier to do myself.
Okay. Well, let me know if you change your mind.
I will do that.
Ok. No está interesado en que lo ayude, que hay otro libro abierto. Vamos a ver
Appears
qué
to be
es
a
este.
history of the royal. Flicking through the pages, you see family genealogies going back almost a millennium. That's interesting. It says that some of the royal family in ages past could transform themselves into the shapes of other people or creatures. There's a book left.
Ok. Oh, hay unas escaleras, pero no sé si me llevan a alguna parte. Sí, ok. Vamos a ver si vamos a algún sitio interesante. Ajá, hay un libro mucho más grande abierto aquí. El libro de las hadas.
The book, reading the beautiful script written within, you briefly read a bit about the history of the fairy realm, and how the magic power of the great tree of Cran Neoy not only protects this valley, but other surrounding kingdoms. An old map falls out, which you...
Ajá. Aquí tenemos todo un mapa. Está aquí tenemos la moneda real. Nuestro libro de
Having
canción.
studied the map of the fairy kingdom, you feel...
Ok.
You start to move...
Nothing to see.
Can I help you with that job?
That's very...
Okay.
Ok. Cada vez que intento acercarme. Parece que no me gusta. Primero vamos a revisar aquí si hay más caminos allá. No. Ok, una manera de... Así que bueno.
Librarian, this old map fell out of the Book of Fairies.
Oh,
Okay.
please,
Con
feel
esto.
free to keep it. It's just an old copy I made for just such an occasion.
Thank you very much. I'm sure this will be helpful.
Ok. Ok, esa gente viene de allá, así que algo me dice que quizás pueda ir hacia esta parte. Parece que no, así que no quiero ir todavía al General Store. Probablemente tenga que comprar algo y no creo que tenga dinero todavía para hacer nada. Así que vamos a ir para acá abajo, a ver. Ajá. Sales completamente.
You reach the base of the hill when you notice a mischievous pixie swooping down towards you.
Hey, give that back.
Silly Bard, it's mine now. I keep it.
¿Qué le agarró? No sé qué fue lo que le quitó.
That pixie stole your book of songs.
That was my father's book. I need that to be able to play most of my songs.
It's mine now, little Bard. Better learn some new songs. Better learn some new songs.
Ok. Parece un problema. Vamos a regresar a la villa. Esta vez voy a ir a la derecha a ver qué pasa.
You walk into the eastern part of Cran Neoym. You can see an old monastery and a potion.
Ok. Este monasterio y este... Bueno, vamos a ir a la tienda de poción.
Hello, and welcome to my potion shop. Please let me know if I can help.
Oh.
You thumb through the book a bit, but it's all about potions.
Ok. Hablemos con Glenda.
Hello, shopkeeper. I'm Finn, the Bard.
Welcome to my shop, good Bard. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to trade with you right now. I'm in the middle of trying to make some new potions.
That's okay. I'm actually looking for the Queen. I'm taking part in the King's Challenge.
Oh, that's terribly exciting!
It is.
How can I help you?
Ok. Vamos a
What
ver.
can you tell me about potions?
Potions are wonderful things. They can heal the sick, help the wounded, even give people inspirations when they're feeling down.
What can you tell me about a restore potion?
Well, I don't have any of my own made right now. I'm I'm all out of Yuli juice, which is the main component. I'd also need a large piece of fruit. And then I have to take the potion to some of the magic crystals that grow in this valley.
Ok. Ok, aparentemente te marca en gris lo que ya has dicho, si tienes una...
What can you tell me about crystals?
They hum with the power of the earth, which gives the potions their full potency. I can give you the potion, but you have to make sure to set it amongst the crystals. You'll know by the reaction if the potion is at full potency and ready to be used.
Ok. Vamos a ver qué me puede decir de la reina.
The queen is truly the king's match, equal and muse. She is clever and cunning, and definitely helped him plan this year's challenge.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Cranmay?
The city is my home, and I love it so. But it is lonely for me here, with none to call my own.
Goodbye.
Farewell, Finn the Bard. Best of luck on your quest.
Personaje muy bonito.
Ok.
Vamos a ver. Vamos a ir al monasterio.
You enter the old and neglected monastery.
Okay, vamos a ver.
You move close.
I see you're admiring the pillars. Each one represents an aspect of our god's personality.
Really? That's so interesting.
No, not really. I'm just jesting with you.
Okay, será gracioso.
Young bard. I am Brother Kunshen. Welcome to our monastery. And what's left of it for certain.
The pleasure is mine, sir. I don't suppose you have seen the queen.
Ha! No, dear boy. You must be more clever than that for the king's challenge.
I know, but it never hurts to ask. Sometimes the answers are more simple than others make them out to be.
Right you are. Well, I'm still working on repairs for this place. Take a look around. Have a rest if you need it. The Order of the Thorne serves all who would need its help.
Okay.
Tell me about the Order of the Thorne.
Well, that is a long and involved story for sure.
Well, my father was Donal of Galway. I was told he was a friend to the Order.
Indeed he was, which means you must be Finn.
Yes, I am.
Your father was a great man. I spent much time with him in our battles against evil. He was not only the finest musician I ever knew, he could also turn a phrase like no one else. The stories he wove in his songs are those of legend. We all certainly miss him.
None more than I.
I am sure of that, my son.
Okay.
Tell me about
the Fairy Kingdom and its fairest city are a wonderful place. I've only come to live here recently, but in the past few months, I've come to love the land and its people.
Goodbye.
Best to you, Finn the Bard.
Okay.
You aren't a religious person yourself. You don't feel the need to pray or meditate.
Okay. Vámonos de aquí entonces. Bueno.
You can't just go barging into these homes. The
¿Por qué no?
queen isn't going to go hiding in someone's
¿Puede?
home.
Okay. Bueno, vámonos de aquí. Vamos a ver la alteración nuevo principal. Creo que...
It's a map of the...
Aquí se supone que estamos nosotros. Gideon's Grove, Old Rose Garden. Hay diferentes sitios ya.
This is the entrance. This is the southern part of the... This...
Okay. Y me salgo. No. Oh, vamos a subir la música un poco más. Y los efectos también. Y voy a ir salvando.
Please enter.
Okay. Normalmente yo usaba Save Game eran solo por número para saber cuál era más nuevo. Ok, Exit está aquí en la esquina. Entonces vamos por acá abajo.
You don't want a drink.
Oh. Okay.
Darn it all! Would you two stop following me?
Creo que es una de las concursantes. Parece bastante a la otra de la tienda de pociones.
Lass, 'tis the most willing horse that gets worked to death first. And sure as flowers can grow in dung, you two will be the death of me.
But, little sir, we just have to make sure you get home all right.
And you were in such a tizzy a few moments ago.
A tizzy? I ain't now, nor have I ever been in a tizzy. What a terrible thing to say to a gnome. Besides, I wasn't in trouble. I was just caught off guard a bit is all.
But you almost fell into the river. To think of those raging currents. Little sir, you could have washed up, well, who knows where.
I would never have fallen in the river, lass. And what's more, you can call a gnome stout, you can call a gnome stocky, but you cannot call a gnome little. Lucky they're of the gentle sex, or I'd have words with them fist-like. Insulting strangers in the forest.
All we wanted to do was help.
Some people simply have no manners at all.
Forgive us, good stranger. We've not met before.
No, we haven't. Although I saw you in the King's Court earlier. I'm Finn.
Oh, yes, the bard. I love music. I'm Red, and my friend here is Snow.
It's a pleasure to meet you both, ladies. Do you play any music yourself, Red?
Oh, no. I love listening to a beautiful song.
Beautiful song.
But I have no talent in that area myself.
She writes her own songs, you know, Finn.
Don't tell him that, Snow. They're not very good.
If a song is written with love and attention, then it's a good song. I would be honored to hear your song if you'll teach it to me.
La presentación nada más nos tomó 10 minutos. Así que le voy a dar 10 minutos más de juego, ya que estamos casi cerca de los 30 minutos.
Red sings her song to you, and you memorize it to play it again in the future.
Okay. Thank you for teaching me your song, Red. I shall play it with pride.
But
Lo que me dijo la que consiguieron nuevas canciones.
I know it will be useful to you, and we are sworn to always help others.
Okay. Voy a aprender otra canción.
Snow sings her song to you, Stairway to the Other World. It feels dark and mysterious, but you learn it quickly.
Okay.
This song is said to be so mournful, it can make even the dead feel.
I do appreciate learning both your songs, ladies, but I really should return to my search for the Queen.
Oh yes, we should too. We were looking everywhere, but we came across the little gnome, and he seemed in trouble, so we stopped to help him.
But he's so rude. Although it's better to help people in need if you can. We must be back to our search. Though, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay.
Rose Red, perhaps we were too hard on the little sir after all.
We should go and see if he's all right.
You don't have any reason.
Okay, aparentemente no tengo algo.
It almost looks like you could jump. You gain your footing and jump from the...
Okay. Estuvo raro.
That didn't accomplish. The river goes...
Okay, vamos a ir acá.
There's the High Priest. One of your...
Hello there.
Okay. Más conversación.
What do you want? I'm in a hurry here.
Sorry, I wanted to inquire how you were getting on in the challenge.
Why would I tell you that? I want to win this for my king, so I'm not likely to tell some scruffy bard where the queen is, even if I knew.
So you don't know either?
That's not what I said. Besides, what would a bard want with the prize anyway? Want to buy some new clothes?
not a profitable life, that's true. But bards live to please and serve others. We bring joy to other people. But I'm sure you don't understand that concept. And you're leaving the fairy realm in that direction. Obnoxious man.
Okay.
You don't want.
No quiere. Ajá, ¿lo sigo o...?
And the queen is obviously a pest here, otherwise you wouldn't be guard.
You see one guard shrug slightly.
That Abdon, he's always been an arrogant fool.
You'll certainly never find the queen that way.
He's heading in absolutely the wrong direction.
Oh, quiet now. Here's another challenger.
Ok. Debería ser hablar con ellos, seguir o irme hacia el otro lado. Vamos a hablar con uno de los guardias, a ver.
Border of the fairy realm. You need not go beyond here, challenge.
Hello, guards.
Vamos a ver si algo interesante acerca del bosque.
Well, it's mostly peaceful here. Up north here, there's a ferry to the Isle of the Honoured.
There's an ornery troll to the west who lives under the bridge and guards it when he feels feisty.
What can you tell me about the fairy?
She's a quiet person, takes the reverence of the Isle of the Honoured quite seriously.
I've only ever heard him once in my life. In that moment, he's singing a dirge of such melancholic beauty.
Está claro que todos los gráficos son estilo Sierra.
Wow, that grumpy, greedy old thing. We're all together that way to shins.
What does that even mean?
He likes treasure.
Who doesn't?
Sheesh. He hates goats, though.
Hides them.
He hates that in particular.
What can you tell me about the goat?
This goat knocked him on his keister once. He fell in the water after that.
That were the king's goat, too. Wayward old fellow.
Yeah, that was a mean old goat. He wandered off one day, and he ain't been back since.
I don't think the troll minds.
What can you tell me of the king?
King Quillan is one of the bravest, strongest, and wisest beings I've ever met.
Si no me escuchan hablar tanto, no es que no quiero hablar, es que no quiero interrumpirles a ustedes si están leyendo o están viendo esto. No sé si lo mejor sea ir narrando, porque ustedes pueden verlo. Quizás deba comentar un poco más, pero eso va a ser a costa de que ustedes no puedan escuchar. La música está bastante bien, debo decir, es tranquila, complementa el juego muy bien.
What can you tell me about the king's challenge?
It's a real honor to win. We don't know any more than you, really. So our best advice is just to explore, examine, and talk to anyone you can.
Hasta ahora, pues.
Goodbye, sirs.
Goodbye, Finn.
El juego parece. Me saca una buena premisa, digamos. Me toca conseguir esto. Yo no sé si. ¿Será que bajo por aquí más bien? ¿Se podrá? Sí. Ellos dijeron que estaba por el lado completamente contrario. Ajá. Ok. Aquí vuelven ella.
Don't worry, I will help him.
Digo que siento que hay demasiadas interrupciones en continuación, pero bueno, no sé. Todavía es pronto para evaluar. Es muy difícil. Le costó la barba al gnomo.
I told you not to do that!
We set you free. You can't stay stuck to a tree all day.
I most certainly can if it lets me keep my beard. I'd rather have waited until the tree out of the way than cut it off. Oh, my poor beard.
But you were all tussled up. We just had to help.
Tussled up? Ain't never been tussled up in my life. My poor beard. I was a wee lad when I started growing it. Now there'll be years before I can show my face again.
But, little sir...
Why do you two keep following me around? Just leave me alone! I've tried to be patient. I've tried to be nice. Now, I'll be on my way, and I expect you to go out of your way not to run into me again.
Okay. Los dos parecen no querer dejar pobre gnomo en paz.
Well, I never.
Yo sé que este juego se puede colocar probablemente para ir más rápido, pero...
Oh, Finn! How nice to see you again.
Hello, ladies. It's very nice of you to be trying to help the gnome out like you have been.
Oh no, Finn. It's just the right thing to do.
I'm still a bit worried about our little sir.
Maybe we should go check on him. He did seem very upset.
If we can ever help you out, Finn, please let us know. We love helping people. That's why we're taking part in the King's Challenge, you know?
Our wish is going to be that the king grants every person in the realm a wish.
That's very noble of you, ladies.
Okay.
No time to... This old tree...
Pensé que la barba quedaría aquí, pero no. A los
None of these mushrooms look interesting.
Okay.
It's some...
Esto... Ok, vamos hacia acá. Según los guardias, es hacia el lado completo. Ok, mira más hongo. Vamos a ver si estos sí son buenos.
This mushroom has an amazingly rich purple underside. There are some... You can't grab.
¿Puedo seguir por aquí? Sí. Un oso, ajá. No sé, se supone que no puedo morir, pero ya saben cómo es. Okay.
You don't plan to get close. It's a great one. That can accomplish.
No puedo acercarme al oso. Llega. Ok, aquí es donde estamos. Al principio que hay algunas flores. Nada.
You can't.
No. Ok. Creo que es un callejón sin salida. No, puedo ir hacia la derecha. Que me regrese aquí. Ok, esto está fastidioso.
You quickly brush any dust off your clothes. It almost looks like you could jump.
Así que aparentemente no puedo regresar por aquí. Bueno, vamos hacia arriba entonces. Ya, vamos a... Regresa un momento aquí, que esta roca podría hacer algo, aparentemente. Ok. Estar pendiente con todas esas cosas en los juegos de aventura. Ok. No. ¿Qué es esto? Pues nada, aparentemente. Más flores, nada por aquí. Ok, muchas cosas, no puedo interactuar con nada. Ok, no, nada. Menos en primera, parece. No hay nada aquí que me sirva antes. Un puente. No parece haber nada por aquí. Vamos a ver si puedo ir hacia arriba. Oh. Frustré. Una parejilla.
Oh dear. I'm sorry, Mr. Bard. We're just having a picnic.
We just love the fairy woods. We've come here just to have our picnic.
We're from Trestle in the south, but the fairies are so welcoming here.
It's our favorite place to visit.
I'll let you two get back to your picnic. I'm off to find the queen.
Good luck, Mr. Bard.
Okay.
Oh, would you like our watermelon? We're not going to eat it, and we'd share it with you.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Conseguí una patilla. Bueno, ya estoy llegando al final de la media hora. Pues hasta ahora estoy bastante intrigado con la historia, con las cosas que he visto. Me gusta el estilo gráfico. Quizás esté jugando un poco más en otra ocasión. Déjenme salvar el juego, lo voy a salvar en este mismo momento. Que no avancé mucho. Pues la música me ha gustado bastante. Los gráficos me recuerdan mucho a las viejas aventuras gráficas de Sierra. Así, y en primero pues me parece un poco lento el inicio, hay mucha introducción, mucho diálogo, pero bueno, así son los juegos de aventura, son más historia, lo más importante es la historia, y bueno, la verdad es que me gustó bastante y posiblemente estaré grabando las siguientes sesiones cuando juegue, y bueno, para que me sigan los que estén interesados en hacerlo y ver cómo se sigue desarrollando el juego. Bueno, por ahora los chicos de Infamous pues parecen haber hecho algo bien. No es muy prematuro para hacerlo. El juego anterior era bastante bueno, aunque tenía algunas fallas. Probablemente hayan mejorado con este segundo. Esperemos que así sea. Y bueno, yo me despido por ahora de los primeros 30 en Hoy Te Hablo de.